Hello, I'm sorry, I'm back again. Just tell me if you can be able to hear me. And let me go and check again on my Facebook. Let me know if you're able to hear me. I was live at some for about 15 minutes and I was not it was not clear. The audio was not working. So let me know if you that we are having why they say they have trouble with Facebook. What is wrong with StreamYard? This is not fair. I think it's StreamYard thing. It is StreamYard causing this problem. No. Hello? Because this is good. Okay. Okay, let me know if you can hear me because I'm really sorry for what happened. That what this stuff is on the camera. Okay. I think you can hear me now. Okay, we can go now from here. Okay, let me know if you can hear me. I think we can hear me now. I'm really sorry for what happened. I'm really, really sorry for what happened. I don't know why StreamYard is doing this. It's the second time it has done this for me. And this is not fair. I'm going really to write to them. So I have to start everything again. So I was talking about day two, and day two is about day two of the foundation of gratitude. And I was sharing with you how I really talked a lot, but you never had it. Oh my God, I was the only one who had what I said. But anyway, I'm so grateful that someone told me that the audio was not okay. So let me know if you can hear me now. I was talking about the foundation of gratitude, and also the background of how I started my online business where I learned this gratitude. I could say I did not be grateful, but it was not really something that was emphasized in my community or in my family really much in a way that I know now that I am also telling my children. It was just like something to be just grateful, just but it is life. This gratitude is it's much more than what we think. I came to realize that because it was when I got this online business, this online business, and in the business they gave the foundation. In the big, for you to start, they give in the foundations they give you books, some recommended books for you to start. And this was one of the books, and I was so hesitant. I spoke about it yesterday. I was afraid to read this book because of its title. And that's really until one day I became so bored. I said, let me just try and read the outline. If it is something I need, and then I can go for it. If it's not, and then I cannot. And I found out this book was really something I needed at that very moment. That I needed not only at that for that very moment, but for my everyday life. This book I have read it several times, and I can't really go tired reading it over and over again. I even have I have the PDF copy before. But now when I came to Australia, I was able to buy this hard copy, which I'm so grateful for. So there are so many things that gratitude does for us. It gives us peace of mind, it gives us clarity, it gives us a lot more of things. And I'm going to share with you how I got this online business journey that I am so much grateful about to talk about. But I don't know when I will stop talking about this online business, but it's something that I am really so much grateful about because I learned a lot from this business. I learned a lot. My mind opened up. I had an open mind because I got this business when I was working in South Sudan. I think way back into 2019 or 2020. I think somewhere in 2019, but there were some challenges that I was having. First of all, I was not able to pay because I did not have a Visa card or MasterCard. I was having an ATM card, and that was what most of us have. Having a Visa card or a MasterCard was something very rare in South Sudan. If you have it, you're a really very special person, and maybe you really know more. So we even having an ATM or something that was really fancy. We were just saying, oh, you can just put this card and get the money. It was just recent, but looked like some 4 years back. So I was not able to pay, but I was having access to the free 90 minutes training that they offer twice every week. So I just was able to watch over and over again. And sometimes I watch the live workshop because it is very early. In South Sudan, it was about 4 a.m. in the morning. I could really get up in the morning and watch. But also, I was afraid because in South Sudan, you can't just wake up in the morning and lights, maybe have lights. So sometimes it's very risky for your own self. So I could cover my laptop in my phone, in my blanket, and watch. I watched the I watched that training. It was something that really changed my life. I was able to, from that free workshop, I was able to see potential of change that I could have. But how? After I see the change that it is possible because in that workshop they talk about the pillars of the business, what it's all about, what is required, what is not required. Like I don't need to have skills to do it. I don't need to be a tax survey because I'll be trained. I'll have a support of a mentor. So that thing gave me the open mindedness that yes, I can do it. And then the second part of the stories where people share their story, how this business changed their life, where it brought them, and where they were at that moment. It really shook my hand and see that it is possible for me too. It is possible. Someone without computer skills and was able to run this business because at first was not able to post even on social media. Her grandson helped her to post on social media and she is very successful in this business. So can I not learn? So I saw my ability to learn to doing this business. But guess what happened? After knowing that it's possible, I became the problem myself. Yes, that there was another problem that I was not able to pay, but there was another thing. You know, if you really want something, you can do anything to get it. If it's that thing is something that you know that it will change your life, you really get to find ways on how you can get it. So I kept watching the webinar, but I became so big. A problem because I went out to ask people who never watched the webinar, who never knew about this business. And I was asking them, do you really see me able to do this business? And people say that Sunday, you know yourself, you are not this person who is exposed. You cannot do it. You don't have the ability to do it. You are just quiet. You can't do this business. And besides everything online, there's nothing true. People are telling me this, and I started believing. I said, really true. People I know I myself, I'm very quiet. It's very hard. I can talk to many people, but I find it hard to talk to one-on-one like that. Sometimes it's someone I don't know before. It becomes very hard. So I don't know how, but this is how I am. So I started believing them, but nothing changed. But my desire for the change that I really wanted to have time for myself, for my children, because at that time my children were in Uganda and I was in South Sudan. Uganda is just a neighboring country from South Sudan, and when there was instability in our country, most of the people in Uganda, in South Sudan, took their families in Uganda, and I was one of them. My husband and my children were all in Uganda. I could see them after 3 months or more than 3 months, sometimes even go to 6 months. So I am able to see them. It was really a very big pain that I needed to address in by all means. I wanted to address. So since so many people told me, Sandra, you can't do this business, I tried another business within South Sudan because that was the start of my open mind into business. That was how I really this business thing started. I went and I got someone with whom we were working together in the United Nations, but she was she oh my God, let me know if you can hear me. Oh my God, let me know. I'm so sorry for the interruption, the internet. I don't know. It's raining outside. Maybe that is it. But yeah, so grateful for rain. We're grateful for everything. So I was talking about how I started this business and the story behind how I was not having the means to pay. I was having ATM card that was not allowing me to pay internationally, and yeah, after that, I also became another challenge was that I was asking people's opinion of me if they see me able to do this or not. So That was a big challenge for me because no one told me that Sunday you can be able to do this, you can learn, and no one even encouraged me before I start doing something. You research about it, and I was asking people who I thought could help me because they look more advanced. Because in my family, no one works online. In my community, in general, I have not seen someone working online that I could go and ask that person maybe the advantages or what to do if you wanted to start up something online. And and the big challenge was we did not have electricity in our house. We had solar. And the solar sometimes if it rains, it just go off. The lights go off. And it didn't have the capacity to charge a laptop. But that was just like a seed in my heart that gave me the desire to really to desire more. So I started up a certain business, which I was just sharing it, and I don't know if you heard about it because the connection went bad, and it really did not address what I wanted. And then I started another business of selling clothes, female clothes and children clothes. People could take and don't pay me. I could lose a lot of money. And because also I buy in Uganda, I have to get South Sudanese currency, change it to US dollars, which is very expensive, and also take it to Uganda to change it the USD to Ugandan currency and buy the products that I wanted to sell, and then take it back to South Sudan, sell it in South Sudanese pounds. It was very big mess. It couldn't really add up. Sometimes I even don't get the money that I used to buy. So that I used for buying. It was really a mess. So, but I learned something. I did not regret. I learned something that this one I cannot manage it. First of all, I don't have the time to move from one place to another. And secondly, I am not this person that really is ready to have problem with people because they will take and they don't pay me back. Now, when I ask for my money, they don't give me. So it became a very big problem. So if I don't want problem, I just leave that and I lost that money. So, but my desire for a change was still intact and was growing bigger and bigger. And at that moment, I kept on watching the webinars. And in the webinars, they shared about they share about how to start the business, the pillars of this business, and also there's a section where testimonies of people whose lives have been changed by this business. That gave me the desire to start it. But my self-belief and also the means to pay was not possible, but I kept watching. I never gave up. I was researching, I was watching the webinars, I was asking questions, I was doing all that I could do. And do you know what happened? That gave me to buy a laptop. I now because I see that this could be something that maybe my life is driving towards too. We had some Swiss people that work with us, and I gave them my money to because they are Swiss Army. They buy from Sweden, from Switzerland, with their card. They have the army shops where they buy the laptops in a very low price. So that guy bought for me the laptop, and then I got a laptop already, and then I bought a modem. Modem was an internet something, just a small. It looked like USB, but it's for internet. It's got internet. So I bought that I bought the modem so I can be able to subscribe internet in my phone just maybe for one day, maybe for 2 days, maybe for 1 week. But for that 1 week doesn't last really 1 week. It stays for maybe 2 days, 3 days, or even less than that. It is over. But it opened up my mind. Now I know that there's something online that people are doing, and that could be something I could do. And it took me more than 1 year in all that process. And in that process, I don't know, something happened at our place of work. They changed our bank. There was a problem with that bank, so they changed us to another bank where it got a MasterCard. Oh my God, it got a MasterCard. I was able to pay now online. That was amazing. Now I had the capacity to pay online, but because of what people told me that Sunday you cannot do this, you are this quiet person, you can't do this. And I believed what they said. I was so skeptical. I became so skeptical. And in the process of being skeptical and doing my research and finding out, but I knew within my heart, this is something I could really do. And if not this thing, there is something I can do online. So that was the desire of my online journey. And then after a short time, there was some problem. I went to Uganda, I became a refugee. I lost my job. And that was when I went back to my emails to find out about this online business, if I can still get more information or if I can start. And then the response of yes, you can start anytime. And that was when I really took deep dive in this online business, paid the 149, which I never regretted that 149 because it's just one-time fee. One-time fee. It is not an investment. It is just for me to get no more to know more information about the business, the compensation plan, and how I can get paid. And then I get to know more ways to invest in this business. And yeah, at that time already I lost my job. I was not having a job, but I had savings. So what I had, I started with this business. Or I started this business when I was not already working. I devoted my time in learning more about this business because in Uganda has better internet than in South Sudan. So I came to Uganda, I came with my laptop. So I bought what they call it, broadband. They call it broadband. It is Airtel or MTN. I think at first I bought Airtel because MTN was over. I bought for Airtel. I got internet in my house and we have electricity, but it was not 24/7 because sometimes it could just go off. You are not in control of the electricity. But that was the foundation. It was better than where I was before. I got internet, I got electricity. So I was learning. I started the business, I started learning. And that was the first thing where I got about this book because this was the book that was recommended when I started for everyone. Even up to today, they still recommend this book for people to when they start the business. So I was afraid of the title of this book because I am this strong Christian, born again, that I don't want to corrupt my faith. So I saw this magic. I said, no, 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 this is not for me. Magic? No, this might be something that is connected to the dark world or something. I have no idea. I don't want to involve myself in. It was recommended. I never touched this book. I got the PDF copy, but I never read it until after one day. People were talking good about this book, but I never started to read it because of my mindset. My mindset was not changed. So one day, after 1 year or more than 1 year of procrastinating about reading the book, I said, okay, let me just be bored and try to read the outline and see what this book is. Why people are all talking about the good of this book, how it's changed their life, how it changed their mood, their situation. And then I read it. I read the first thing and it was not what I thought. It was totally far away from what I was thinking. In fact, it was something I needed at that time because I was going through a lot of trauma. I was going through a lot of stress, a lot of worry. I lost my job and so many things that I was asking myself, why? I did not have the answer. This book and the word of God, the Bible, helps me in that difficult time. Yeah, and I started this business in the most precious moment that I really needed it because it didn't only give me the money that I wanted, it gave me the company, it gave me the courage, it gave me to see myself. It helped me to see myself. And after a while, I started reading this book because it's not a book that you read to finish. It is a book that you have to read day by day. Each day has its own assignment and it has so many things. And the first thing I read about it's saying that it's got from the Holy Bible about gratitude, that those who have more gratitude will get more, and those who have less, even the small that they have will be taken away from them. And this was got in the book of Matthew 25:29, and also Luke 19:26, and also in Matthew 13, verse 12. I said, oh my God, this was not what I was expecting. I was expecting some different words, some different things, but what I got was really amazing. I started to love this book and read it, and it changed my life. It really changed. It gave me the heart to forgive. It gave me the how to see life in a very different perspective. It opened up my mind to see the possibility that I can do anything that I can do. It changed how I see life. It was just changed my emotions, because what I was going through, it was something very very hard to deal with. But this book with the Word of God, because at that moment I was searching why. I even went for a theology course. I did a certificate in theology, and because in search of why this happened to me, why this, but all this knowledge plus this one really helps me so much, because if you're so grateful, you don't have time to have negative things, and it deepens my relationship with my family. It strengthens my faith. It builds me my inner confidence. This book helps me, yeah, a lot, and it gives me the confidence now that I can come like boldly and just speak, not minding of my grammar, my pronunciation, whatever. I just speak from myself, from who I am. And this book helps me to be authentic, to be myself. And that was how I got started the business, and how I learned about book, the magic book, and yeah, it really changed my life. Tomorrow we are going to start day one. I'm really sorry for the internet that interrupted. The audio was not good, but I'm so grateful. If you are able to pick here and there, I am so grateful that you are. And we will go to day one tomorrow, and today is my day two of the episode. But from the book, it has days. It has 21 days to read this book. It has to take 21 days. So I will start day one tomorrow, and tomorrow will be count your blessing. Count your blessing. Sometimes I was thinking, what am I grateful for? What has happened to me? What are the things that happened? And then I realized that there's so many things that happened, but I was not grateful for the gift of life. The fact that I have life and I am healthy, it's so much to be grateful for. Even I am not in prison, it's so much grateful to be for my children, my family, my career, my everything. Sometimes the gifts of nature, that we have trees, we have rain, we have all that to be grateful for. And there are so many things to be grateful for that when we start talking about there's no time. I really share this. When I learned about this, I also help share it to my children. Now they are practicing it. Be grateful, and be grateful for what you have, and speak affirmations to yourself. And that about the affirmations, I got learned it from the second book that is also next to this, about the morning, the miracle morning, the miracle morning. And that these two books helped me a lot, and that I got to know them in my online business. And I'm so grateful that I got this business. It changed my life. It completely it changed the dimensions of my life. Someone who knew me maybe 5 years ago, maybe 6 years ago, or 10 years ago, they will know that this is a different person completely. Is a different person. And if anything that you desire, you will get to know them. You will get to find them more. You will get to find your desire, the desire of your heart. You will find it. So just believe. I love this verse in the Bible, Mark 11:4, that says that anything that you desire, or if you ask, believe that you have it and it will be yours. And if you desire, there's also this verse that says that it goes to answer the desires of your heart. Whatever that you desire, if you desire good things, God will give unto you. But sometimes when we want good things, but we think negative things, we will not receive it, because we will receive more negative things. But when we have desire for positive things, thinking positive, it all starts from the mind. And all this book is about positive thinking. And I also read some of the book from the author, from Rhonda. It's all about positive thinking, shifting your mindset to think positive, to be positive, to always be happy, to be positive. Even though the situation doesn't look like, try to see some little thing in that situation that can give you gratitude, that you can be grateful for. Sometimes there's a lesson that you need to learn. And this is one of the greatest lessons I learned in 2024 that I brought to 2025, and I'm carrying it forward, that I don't want to learn something twice. In any situation, whether it is good or bad, I wanted to know the lesson God wants me to learn, because I don't want that to repeat itself. I want God to help me to know the lesson that I need to learn in that situation. That's something that really happened. You see that, why did it happen? You are not supposed to do that, but you did it because it has to go that way, because there is something you got to learn in that thing. It looked bad, but there's something that you have to learn. So that helped me to overcome complaining, of situations. Anything now in my life, anything that happens, it's supposed to happen. It is supposed to happen that way, because if it was not supposed to happen, God will not allow it. God will never allow it. So if I am living for God, He is in order of my steps of my life. So anything, He is in control. So I don't need to worry. I just need to know the lesson I need to learn. What should I learn in this? How can I change? What do I need to get out of this? This is something that I learned in 2024, and I am so grateful that in 2025 I learned I learned to be me. I learned just to be just me, and that is something which is just grateful. It doesn't matter what people say. It doesn't matter what. Just be yourself, and live your life. Yeah, I'm so grateful. This is the foundation of gratitude. I'm just sharing my foundation of the online business, how I became in love, complete love, that I am immersed in this online business thing that I'm so passionate to learn, and I'm really, really so passionate to learn about working online, because I want to help many parents. Because I am a parent who really missed out so much time with my children, and I know so many parents, even if they are present in the house, many times they are distant away, because they don't have time for themselves. They don't have time for their children. They are working long hours. Which are not supposed to. You need to have that time with the children and also have the means. So I'm so really passionate to help people, parents, more especially busy parents who desire to have another stream of income that will help them have more time with their family and also live the life that they desire. I'm so grateful. And yeah, today marks the end of day 2. I could say day 2, but day 2 of the episode. But it is going to be day 1 of this book tomorrow, and it's going to be Count Your Blessing. So God bless you. Have a beautiful time. Bye.